you have something to say about the Prime Minister as well. What chaos, what chaos. Prime Minister refuses to take health service horror stories. Is he gaslighting us?
Well, I had two ideas. One of them is I actually think he might be on the spectrum. I don't think that's bad. I mean, I've got one of my boys, I think, is very much on the spectrum. I just never bothered to worry about it. But he has a disconnect, a clear disconnect. I mean, in the summer, do you remember when half the country, I mean, the north and the centre were in flames? And he was down in the south in his shirt sleeves saying, isn't it marvellous? We think we've got Formula One to come back to Portugal. And, oh, yes, we're going to launch the tender for the building of the Algarve Central Hospital, something that's been a tender that's been launched and then, you know, let collapse. I think about 8 times. So, you know, it was just so weird that he thought those two things were important when people in the north and centre were running around with buckets and hoses trying to save their homes. It was such a disconnect. And now this time he's said that all the stories that were coming out last week about ambulances failing to pick people up and people dying were not worrying at all. He said that this is just a perception of chaos. It's not chaos. And I just thought, wow, you know, either he's, you know, a little bit Aspergery or autistic, or it's this horrible sentence that came from Orwell, which I saw the other day. The party told you to reject the evidence of your eyes and ears. It was their final, most essential command. This comes from 1984. I mean, we're always being told what
a handbook for our times. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So on one level, a sinister Orwellian representation of politics in Portugal. On the other, a diagnosis from Natasha Donn that he might be on the autistic
or maybe
spectrum.
He's just slightly Aspergery.
Okay. All right. Interesting. And of course, politics is all about perception and perhaps reading the room. That's an accusation of many politicians, isn't it? They're not reading the room. They're not understanding people. That's a problem, isn't it? When people don't feel understood, that doesn't create a sense of confidence or calm in the country.
I think that is the huge problem. And the people that read the room are usually the ones that can say some really seriously empathetic things are usually, unfortunately, on such far left otherwise ideologies that you can't take them too seriously.